It's playoff time here in the Warrior Dome. Wayland versus Cambridge Ringen Latin. Hello everyone and welcome to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland boys varsity basketball. I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me, Sam White, and we're getting ready for a DCL tournament matchup between the Wayland Warriors and the Cambridge Ringen Latin Falcons. Well, Sam, we've all been anticipating this tournament, and we're definitely excited to see how the Warriors perform, even with the loss of a guy like senior guard Porter Moody, captain, who will once again unfortunately be out for today's first-round matchup. However, this team still has found a way to find success without the on-court performance and leadership that Moody provides. Sam, what do you think Wayland needs to do to control this game and come out with a victory?
Well, Josh, I'll say it now and I'll say it again. Defense, defense, defense. This Wayland team has to be able to stay competitive, to have success over the span of the regular season with their consistency and effective execution of their defensive strategies. When you have guys like Noah Lee and Dalek Manuel, the offense will come, but it starts on the other side of the court.
As right there, John Kelly misses a layup and Cambridge gets out and transition. Cambridge Ringen Latin has always been a powerhouse with guys like Patrick Ewing playing there. That was a deep three by Xavier Dunbar. Cambridge is on the board first.
Yeah, Josh, we're going to see a lot of outside shooting from this Cambridge team. It's just something that Wayland, they do know how to do. They do know how to cover with their perimeter defense and can definitely have effective strategies against it. As Sashwat Das is a starter tonight.
And reason for that being it is technically senior night. So Dalek Emanuel in the corner, no good. Anyways, we are underway here. Dunbar now dribbling around. Cambridge Ringen Latin, typically very good team. They were outstanding last year. Division I, made it all the way to the top 4, I believe. This year they're a little different, lost a lot of their key guys. Their starting point guard and their big man were both unstoppable. Xavier Dunbar misses it, rebound, puts it in for 2.
Great defensive effort there by Dalek Emanuel, but just poor regathering on that offensive rebound for Wayland.
And 3 in the corner is good.
That's a great look, great offensive rotation. Nice shot by Luke DeSelli.
He sticks it 3 on the board for Wayland. First points of the game, 5-3 Cambridge though. They have a chance to extend that lead. And that ball's passed away. Great defense by Taselli in the corner and Kelly down low.
It's what you want to see from the Wayland defense early on.
Taselli in the corner again, 3 no good. Sashwat Das comes away with the rebound. What a rebound to keep this possession alive.
Great play by Sashwat there, taking advantage of the time that he's given.
Taselli puts it in. Great job by Luke Taselli. First 5 points for Wayland.
Yeah, really showing off his offensive versatility early on in this game. Hopefully that becomes the common theme moving forward.
Dunbar over the right, back to Dunbar. Dunbar finds Olivier Lewis inside. That was Charles Bonney inside for 2 again. His 4th points of the game.
Nothing you can really do there once you get the ball on the inside like that. You just got to prevent inside passes like that.
Lee no good on the 3 off the screen from Doss, and Cambridge will get out in transition. Very loud. Both teams making a lot of noise, their benches anyways. Inside. Cambridge will shoot at the line.
Yeah, Josh, definitely going to see a lot of that moving forward in this game. A lot of fouling and a lot of aggressive play down low as this Cambridge Latin team, again, definitely is oversized compared to this Wayland roster.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's been a common topic of discussion for us in the commentating with different teams outsizing Wayland. as Sashwat Das gets the ball now. He's still in the game. That was a great offensive rebound that he had. Taselli, no good on the fadeaway jumper.
Like to see the offensive aggression from Luke Taselli so far in this game. He's 2 for 4 so far, but he's hit those 2 good shots, and he's proving that he can hit tough jumpers.
Cooper Wright passes it in. Now it's Tony Tabor. Nice job by Lee to knock that away. Tries to save it, but he cannot. It'll be Falcons' ball still.
Fantastic hustle by Noah Lee there.
As Ryan McDonald will check in for John Kelly as Sashwat Das stays in the game. Proving his worth to this team. He has not played a lot, does not have any points this year. Hopefully he can get some here on senior night. But he's not really made any mistakes as of yet. Corner 3. Cooper Wright making it look easy.
That's just what you got to watch out for. This Cambridge Latin team can really shoot. They have some of the best shooters in all the DCL. You just got to keep sure and make sure you have good perimeter defense.
And inside, no good from Emmanuel. Rebound Dunbar, and he's hurrying it up the court. Luke Taselli called for the foul there. Dunbar will shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, this Cambridge Latin roster really has a lot of guys who can just go coast to coast with it, no problem.
Dunbar, first is no good. And this is already looking a little bit reminiscent of yesterday's game against Newton South. Hopefully Wayland can turn that around quickly, get some offense going before it's too late. Because honestly, Wayland did not play that badly in the second half of yesterday's game. It was pretty much even after halftime.
Yeah, Josh, I mean, it was just not even competitive first half, but second half, we did see Wayland kind of turn around, but unfortunately it was just too little too late as Newton South was able to hold on to the lead and eventually win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get our first timeout called here by Wayland. Obviously, on senior night, you're going to have the seniors starting the game, which honestly even a little surprising in the playoffs. But Sashwat Das went out there, did a very nice job.
Yeah, Josh, I thought Sashwat really took advantage of the time he was given. I mean, he played really well defensively. Don't expect a lot of offense from Sash anyways, but he was able to grab an offensive rebound, a big play there, get it to Luke Taselli. I believe he scored after a drive right there on the left side elbow.
Yeah.
So, Sashwat definitely being a dog out there and being aggressive and just kind of proving himself in the short time he's been given. But definitely not a negative factor, Josh.
Yeah, definitely not. And we'll see who Wayland throws out there. But the two players to key in on in this game are number 4 Cooper Wright, who you saw hit that 3 in the corner. He is an excellent scorer. And then number 23 Aiden Olivier Lewis. He's a great shooter, really just a physical scorer, uses his body well. So those are the 2 guys that Wayland will probably be keying in on in this game on the offensive side of the ball. So now it's Lee over to McDonald. And it's Spooner into the game. Taselli turnaround, no good. And
looks like they're going to call a loose ball here on Dalek Emmanuel.
Dalek Emmanuel was one of the few really bright spots in that last game. At times, Emmanuel looked completely unguardable. He has the past 2 games against Newton South. They desperately need him to play like that in this game.
Yeah, Emmanuel, definitely somebody who has a lot of lateral quickness, can definitely get by defenders at ease. This Wayland offense just needs to allow him to sort of work against defenders and get him sort of isolated so that he can score off the dribble.
Cooper Wright Beautiful shot. Sinks it. 11-point lead.
Starting to get chippy here early on.
Cooper Wright's a very tall player, 6'4", as a guard. Dangerous player. Lee. Knocked out of bounds.
And that's the kind of offense you don't want to have. You don't want to have to force one single guy to go up against 2 or 3 defenders. You're not going to have any success if you do that.
Lee, deep three, got fouled by Olivier Lewis. Noah Lee, very good at drawing those fouls on jump shots, showing it off there.
Noah should be able to cut this lead in half, going to the free throw line with 3 shots.
And Lee hits them. All 3 of them. No, Lee, very good free throw shooter. Sorry about that, not really sure what happened there. Anyways, Cambridge Ridge and Latin drives inside. And no good on the shot.
Tough shot by Noah. That was a good read. Kind of a smart play. Just an off-balance look for Noah there.
Now, Cambridge Ridge and Latin, Cooper Wright again, no good, short.
Dolick quick to take it coast to coast. Gets to the basket, can't finish. Oh, good hustle there.
Dolick Emmanuel puts it in for 2.
What a great play by Dolick Emmanuel. That's why he's one of the most valuable players to this roster. Olivier Luis
Sinks it. That's who we were talking about earlier. One of the best shooters that Wayland has faced all year. He shows off that range, 3-pointer, 21-10, Cambridge, with a minute left to go.
Yeah, Josh, Wayland has already had to take 2 timeouts so far in this first quarter. Defensively, it's just been a nightmare as Cambridge Latin is getting a lot of open looks from the perimeter, and they're going to hit everything if you leave them open.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 21-10, not exactly how Wayland would love this game to be starting, but they're going to have to make a little bit of a comeback and bear down on defense, because we were talking about yesterday, Newton South 19 points in the first quarter, not characteristic of Wayland's defense. Now 21 for Cambridge, and we're not at the end of the quarter yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is where losing a guy like Porter Moody really comes back to bite you. I mean, he's such an effective perimeter defender. Losing him, even with guys like Dolick Emmanuel who can apply a very similar, or if not the exact same pressure that he provides, it's still going to leave a dent. That's clearly self-evident here as Wayland finds himself down by 11 late here in the first.
Caselli now dribbling around, finds McDonald in the corner. McDonald working on Bonnie. Emmanuel inside, what a move in for 2. That jump cut is deadly.
Yeah, very, very fun acrobatics performed there by Dolick Emmanuel.
And Cambridge dribbling this one out, trying to get the last shot of the quarter. 9-point lead for them right now, so Big defensive possession for Wayland. Try to keep this game single digits before the end of the quarter. Olivier Lewis. And no shot was taken by Cambridge. A little bit weird considering they were literally waiting for the clock to wind down and then didn't end up taking a shot.
Yeah, it looked like some strange miscommunication there by the Cambridge Latin offense.
Yeah, they would have liked to get a shot off there. Every point matters in games like these. We're going to take a quick break, come back for the second quarter. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland Boys Varsity Playoffs. First quarter went past Cambridge. Cambridge scored 21 points. Wayland 12. So still definitely a game. Wayland's just got to get the offense going a little better and stop Cambridge from scoring nearly every possession, it feels like, as that one goes through. Sam, what did you see in that first quarter?
Well, Josh, I saw a poor defensive effort by the Wayland defense. I mean, as you're probably seeing now happen in the game, we're seeing a lot of open perimeter guys from the Cambridge Latin team, and they're going to hit everything you give them. And then we're seeing a lot of guys easily making passes to the inside or driving and getting to the basket at ease. So it's just something that Wayland's going to have to fix if they want to win this game.
Yeah, and for Cambridge, you mentioned their open perimeter guys as Dunbar takes it in for 2, but Cooper Wright, number 4 for Cambridge, has 10 points already in just the first quarter. So similar to what Max Accardi did for Newton South yesterday, just absolutely dominating right now. McDonald outside to Emmanuel. Emmanuel takes it in and misses the layup.
Got to be able to finish there.
Very unlike Emmanuel. And that one goes in for Olivier Lewis.
Yeah, the Cambridge offense just on fire now. Everybody hitting. This is a real nightmare for the Wayland defense here.
McDonald to Selly. And a foul called on Olivier Lewis, getting a little bit physical with Emmanuel.
Wayland's just got to force the pace and the intensity of the game to go way down here. They just got to try and control the pace, as a timeout is called here by Wayland, their third so far in the game. Josh, again, they got to just make sure to really work on their transition defense. Don't allow guys to easily just sprint to the rim going coast to coast. You got to find a way to stop it, get in front of them, draw a charge, just harass the guy with the ball, you know? You can't just allow them to go 1v1 to the hoop because they're going to burn you every single time. This Cambridge team has the size advantage. They're going to exploit you for it.
Absolutely, and Wayland also struggling to get stuff going on offense, looking a little bit reminiscent of yesterday, as I've mentioned. But just a score update, Luke DeSelli, 5 points, Noah Lee, 3 points, Dalek Emmanuel has 4, and that's all of Wayland's points so far. So hopefully they can get the ball around a little bit more than that, put up some points quickly.
Yeah, Josh, fortunately it still is early on here as we're only just under 2 minutes through the second quarter, but Wayland has to change the momentum of this game drastically if they have any hope right now.
And those guys, 23 and 4, Olivier Lewis and Cooper Wright, as we expected, having a huge impact on this game for Cambridge.
Yeah, Josh, and this is kind of what we expected. We knew these guys, you know, through either the scouting report or either just through prior games with Cambridge Latin, that these are the guys you're going to have to look out for. And so far, they've proven us to be right, even though we have not been able to respond to their high levels of production, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and honestly, this Cambridge team should be good for, obviously they're good pretty much every year, but they could be good for a very long time. They have a lot of guys that are young. Xavier Denbar, their starting point guard, is a senior, but Cooper Wright, Olivier Lewis, they're both juniors. They have a lot of great juniors in this team that can lead it for years to come.
Yeah, Josh, and a lot of, not only are they young, but they're big. You know, you take a look at the roster, you notice most of these guys are 6 feet or over. So Dalek Emmanuel getting to the basket, tough finish there. But this Cambridge Latin team, again, a lot of guys are 6 feet or over. This is a huge team for high school basketball.
Yeah, and actually they have a couple freshmen that are very good too. Someone we may see later on, 6'4" freshman, number 55, Jeffrey White. If he plays it all in this game, he is a big guy. He can really make his presence felt, especially with a smaller team like Wayland. So he's just a freshman. They have another 6'1" freshman, number 11, Troy Miller, who we may see as well. But I mean, this is a great Cambridge Ridge and Latin team.
Yeah, Josh, and definitely proving your point here.
Emmanuel inside. Thought he got fouled, no call, but puts it in for 2.
Like the intensity given by Wayland here right out of the timeout. They've already got up and gotten 2 unanswered baskets as the travel's called there, rightfully so.
Traveling called on Dante Santiago, the sophomore.
Yeah, Wayland really has just kind of done a 180 on the tempo here for right now. If they can just keep up the offensive consistently and just really bar down on defense, this can really be a game changer.
As Lee called for a travel. Not characteristic of Noah Lee.
Dan Fisher out past half court, ready to play defense.
Yeah, Dana Fisher has really had a breakout year for Wayland. Has been very valuable on offense, especially for them. Not that he's not a good defender, he definitely is, but his offensive presence is what they need most right now.
And Dana doing a great job keeping his man in front of him.
3 ball, wide open, no good. Great job by Tiselli to box out Bonnie.
Nice box out. They got lucky there with that open shot. Not something you really want to be able to allow.
That was Tiselli.
Oh, good look.
3 ball from Dana Fisher is good. Actually, I believe they called that a 2.
That's 3 unanswered baskets now by Wayland since the timeout.
Bonnie, wide open. They let him shoot it. He misses it though. Scrum for the ball now. Jump ball called. Wayland will get possession right back. And they actually did just change Dana Fisher's shot to a 3. So now Wayland has cut it to single digits. They have a chance to do some more damage right here.
A nice 7-0 run here, Josh. Opportunity here to expand on that.
Emmanuel working on Dunbar. Pull-up shot, no good. Cooper Wright comes down with the rebound.
Just keep up the defensive intensity. Keep your guy in front of you at all costs. Oh no.
Santiago, no good. Cambridge in a little bit of a drought right now, shooting the rock. Lee, step back 3, gets to go. Deadly shot by Noah Lee.
Amazing move by Noah Lee there, hitting the deep 3 from the wing.
Getting that space from his defender. A little bit of a Steph Curry-esque shot. As that ball misses poorly.
Might have been out of bounds there on Cambridge. Not sure I agree with that call.
But Matt Bonney does put it in for 2, gets the foul called for the and 1. He'll have a chance.
But Josh, I think Wayland just really came out and just dominated right there for a long period of time, getting 10 unanswered points up until now, right out of the timeout. I mean, that just proves, that should give us hope as Wayland fans that we can come back in this game. We can compete with this Cambridge team.
Absolutely, and hopefully it's a little bit of a confidence booster.
And of course, missing the free throw there, ball does not lie. Dalek Emmanuel finds Luke Tiselli in the corner. Can't get it to go, nothing but air.
Lee almost comes away with it, but Dunbar will take it up the court. Oh, falls down. Great defense by Fisher, but Dunbar somehow gets it over to Cooper Wright.
Wayland running a 2-3 zone man defense here.
And Bonnie traveled right there. Luke Tiselli, tough defense.
Now, this is the type of Wayland basketball you want to see, and this is the type of basketball they've played throughout the regular season that has given them success. This is what you like to see if you're Coach Doherty.
Puts it in.
Great read by Dana Fisher, finding the open lane and finishing on the left side.
Great
nice
job, Ryan
strip.
McDonald. Into Fisher, outside to Lee. Lee, tough pass to Grasso. Six-point game right now. Wayland with the three could bring it to a one possession game. Lee will shoot it, puts it in for three.
This is some great basketball we're watching right now, Josh. This is a fantastic comeback effort that we're seeing right in front of us.
Wayland feeling the momentum. On their feet on the bench, Cambridge Ridge and Latin pretty quiet as Eli Chambly with the ball. Deep three.
Ridiculous shot.
No good.
If I'm the Cambridge coach, I'm pulling that kid right now.
Grasso, tap for the tie, no good. Now Cambridge in transition, and a foul was called. Not sure if this will be a shooting foul or on the floor. It does look like it will be a shooting foul. Yes, it will. Now at the line is Oliver St. Louis. Not sure if that's St. Louis or St. Louis, but I apologize.
No good on the first one.
And Wayland bench trying to get into it. And both are missed, but Cooper Wright comes away with the rebound. Wright, three, no good. And there's the big freshman Jeffrey Wright now into the game. He got fouled on the rebound.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call a loose ball on John Kelly. And again, Josh, I know you've heard me say this before, but not sure I agree with that call. It looked like John Kelly, had his feet set and was not really reaching in.
Eli Chambly gets past Lee. Wright, no good. Lost out of bounds, Wayland ball. Wayland definitely has the energy right now.
Yeah, amazing defensive intensity being applied here to the Cambridge offense. And, they're right now, currently, Josh, 15-2 run. I mean, come on.
And
what more
almost
can you
halftime.
ask for?
Lee, three, no good, way off.
Slow it down the offense. No need to force up shots.
Are you confused why? Do you think that Cambridge maybe should have taken a timeout by now?
Well, definitely, Josh. I mean, they're just not matching the intensity. Their offense has completely collapsed, it's looked like. They cannot really get any more open shots even. So if I'm Cambridge, I would absolutely try to take a timeout and sort of make an attempt to bring back the momentum. But if they don't want to, we'll take it.
As Mac Larson will check into the game and Wayland will put a small lineup out there. Fisher, Grasso, Lee, Larson, and McDonald.
Plenty of time in the clock here.
See if Wayland can bring it to within one or tie it up as Grasso, three, no good. Larson tries to get it. Clock winding down. Cooper Wright. I don't think he came close to getting that shot off, but with that being said, what a second quarter it was for Wayland. They are energized right there. We'll break it down when we come back. Third quarter, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello everyone and welcome back. Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland Boys Varsity Basketball. First round of the playoffs, the DCL tournament, Wayland versus Cambridge. It is a tight one and a very good game. And it's been a tale of two quarters. First quarter, Wayland started off very slow. Cambridge had 21 points off of 10 from Cooper Wright. And then the second quarter, Wayland stormed back, making it a 3-point game. Noah Lee had 6 points last quarter. He has 9 total. Dalek had 4 last quarter, 8 total. And Dana has 5 total, all in the second quarter. So their offense is getting moving again. 3-point game here in the third quarter. Second half of basketball. Sam, what do you see?
Well, Josh, I've been very, very pleased with the Wayland defense as of recent. And as you see right there, John Kelly, great defensive play there in the paint. They outscored him 17-8 in the second quarter and just did a really good job of really just dismantling their offensive system.
Dunbar, no good. Noah Lee gets it.
That's
Lee,
deep.
deep three, no good. What a rebound by Emmanuel. McDonald back to Emmanuel.
I got a push there.
Now Lee. Back to Lee. Emmanuel, three. Tie game.
Great shot by
Wayland.
Emmanuel. Great find by Noah Lee to find Dalek right at the top of the key.
Dalek Emmanuel, you mentioned it to me before the game, but he's really improved as a shooter over the years. Now he is just an absolutely deadly offensive player.
Absolutely, Josh. I'm very happy and pleased to have Dalek Emmanuel part of our team because he can really provide some offense even from behind the arc. He's so versatile.
Tough
the
defense
Wayland
here.
defense just doing a great job.
Olivier Lewis, no good. Rebound by Bonnie. Offensive foul called on Bonnie. I don't know about that call right there, but
Yeah, terrible
We'll take
call
it.
there, Josh, but we will absolutely take it as the momentum has fully, I would say, fully shifted into Wayland's favor.
yeah, but I think Bonnie had a beef there. He was just going up for the rebound and got his legs taken out from under him. But with that being said, it is a tie game, and Wayland has a chance to take the lead.
Oh,
for
tough
the
screen
first
there,
time.
set by John Kelly.
Lee, nice
Fine
pass
shot,
on
up
Kelly.
fake. Great way to draw the foul by John Kelly.
So he will shoot 2 at the line with the opportunity to give Wayland its first lead.
I like the aggression there by John Kelly. Up fake, waits for the defender to get up in the air, and then goes back up. Easy way to draw the foul. Great play by John Kelly.
And Kelly's short on the free throw. Noah Lee running in, giving him some encouragement.
And it looks like Wayland does not have a rebounder.
I guess
The
they
second
don't
time.
want Cambridge to get out and transition quickly.
Yeah. Might be a smart decision based on how the pace of this game has gone early on. But again, the Wayland defense, as of late, has been doing a phenomenal job at containing them.
Dunbar inside, no good. Rebound by Bonnie. Bonnie puts it up. He's no good. Over the back foul called. Noah Lee is pumped up. And if you look over at that Cambridge bench, nobody saying anything. Very quiet. You'd think they're down by 20.
Yeah, they're just completely deflated, Josh. I mean, this is a team that maybe 10 real-time minutes ago was up 28-12, and it is now 30-30. You know, Cambridge is just absolutely distraught right now.
And you heard that Wayland bench as the timeout was called. They're yelling. They're having a great time. They want to win this game badly.
Yeah, you know what? And based off how they've been playing and how they've responded to the big deficit early on, they absolutely deserve it, Josh. I mean, this team is just putting their heart and soul into the game. They're putting their bodies on the line defensively. They're using everything they can to their advantage in the paint. This team, as of late, just playing the best basketball I think I've ever called with you so far this season.
I think I would agree. With quite possibly the exception of that Bedford game with Emmanuel, Fisher, Moody all out. Everyone stepped up. They only had 8 guys.
Oh yeah,
and they-
that was. I mean, I'm just seeing a lot
A lot of similarities.
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely has been a fun game to watch. And yeah, Cambridge seems a little bit lost on offense. It was moving so smoothly and they were getting things so easily, and now the shots that they were hitting, they're not able to hit.
Yeah, well, it looks like Wayland has made a slight adjustment on their defense. As they initially were running a tight 2-3 with 2 guys up front, but now it seems like they've rotated so that more guys are on the perimeter and running more like a 3-2.
Now it's Lee. Over to Emmanuel. Emmanuel driving inside, no good.
Emmanuel hits the deck hard there.
Blocked by Taselli. What a block
Great
on
play.
Cooper Wright.
Very quick transition offense by Wayland here.
Lee
Noah
crossover
Lee.
inside, no good. Nice move though by Lee to get to the bucket.
Oh! What a block!
Dolik
Dolik.
Emmanuel skies up for the rejection. Now Lee for three, no good.
It looks like it's going to be a loose ball.
On Ryan McDonald.
Yep. But what a block. Back-to-back blocks. First by Luke Taselli, and then an amazing display of athleticism by Dolik Emmanuel on the same side of the floor. Just, wow, Josh. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah, they're playing with an energy that we see every game, but it's sort of amplified here as you'd expect in a playoff game.
Yeah, this is definitely playoff basketball being performed here by Wayland.
Dunbar, three, no good. Now it's Wayland. Now it's Lee.
Oh, nice cut. And a great way to draw the foul there by Dolik Emmanuel, putting his body on the line as three guys jump and land on him, and he'll be going to the line for two well-deserved free throws.
Yeah, that was a great job by Emmanuel. If you saw, he kind of up-faked real quick. It got everyone to jump right on top of him. Now he'll have a chance to take a lead. Emmanuel good on the first. Wayland has their first lead of the ball game. And Sam, we have a microphone right behind that American flag there, so we're able to hear a lot of what's said on the court. Right now, you could hear just how loud that Wayland
Oh,
bench is.
absolutely. I mean, they're really making up for the lack of a crowd here.
Yeah.
And it just, at times, it sounds like a full gym, believe it or not. You know, it's crazy. But it's what you'd expect based on how well they're playing. I mean, Josh, 20-2 run. 20-2. This is absolutely insane.
Cooper Wright, three, gets it to go, ending the drought for Cambridge.
Yeah, Cooper Wright, still a guy you got to watch out for. I mean, I've personally played against Cooper Wright. I know how good he is, and Wayland should be worried and should absolutely focus all their efforts on a guy like him.
Yeah, he did have 10 points in the first quarter, quiet in the second with no points. Now
Luke
Taselli.
Taselli put in on a great display of effort, getting his own rebound twice, and eventually getting the basket, gives the lead back to Wayland.
Now inside is Bonnie. Bonnie turnaround jumper, gets it, no, cannot get it to go. Wayland still with a 1-point lead.
Wayland's been doing a great job of rebounding as of late.
Now it's Larson. Back to McDonald. McDonald baseline. Emmanuel, what a finish!
Dolik Emmanuel is having himself a day out here.
Absolutely.
Just acrobatic move after acrobatic move, really showing off his control and athleticism. Wayland has their biggest lead of the day here.
Dunbar inside. Bonnie, easy two.
Just a
1-point
collapse
game
there.
once again. Very exciting game. Lee, mid-range, gets it to go.
Tough shot, still gets it. That's no Lee for you.
Now, Cambridge will try to answer. Dunbar over. Inside to Bonnie, gets it to go, and the foul.
Just a defensive collapse there. I mean, that's what you're going to have happen when you don't have a big man like John Kelly in the paint. You're going to have the size advantage be exploited, and you're going to get guys who are going to be able to score even if you put all the physical pressure on them that you can.
Yeah, Charles Bonnie at the line now. He is not the best free throw shooter, has not hit one yet, so we'll see if he can. He's due to make one. Not yet, but Cooper Wright comes away with another rebound. Olivier Lewis, charging foul called. Dolik Emmanuel doing his thing on the defensive end. He has those charging fouls drawn all of the time, Sam.
Dalek Emmanuel, as of right now, is my favorite player. He is just doing absolutely everything. I cannot take my eyes off him. He is just both offensively and defensively really controlling the pace of this game, and he's contributed big in the turnaround here for Wayland.
As now Lee will take it up. Emmanuel corner to Spooner now into the game. Emmanuel working inside.
Fights to get his own rebound, and he does.
What a job by Dalek Emmanuel, playing so aggressively.
Ooh.
And that ball almost stolen. Dangerous pass from Spooner.
Yeah, Cooper almost came up with that.
Now Lee gets a screen from McDonald inside, gets it to go. 3-point lead once
Great
again.
finish on the left-hand side by Noah Lee. Good defensive rotation by Wayland.
In that zone like that they like to play and have played the whole game against Newton South. Olivier Lewis, no good.
Ooh.
Tip put back in. Great job by Cambridge Ridge and Latin. I wasn't able to see who that was, but
Yeah, that was just a strange tip, and Josh didn't look like he had full control of the ball. It seemed like he had just hit it and it found its way at the bottom of the basket.
yeah, I think it was Oliver St. Louis that put that back in. Now Cambridge moving it up. Dunbar, no good. That ball hit the shot clock. So Wayland will get the ball. 1 minute left to play here in the third quarter, and this game is cruising by.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Wayland has already scored 30, Josh, 30 points in this quarter. It's just been an offensive explosion.
Yeah, this has been the best quarter they've played all season, and it's not close.
Absolutely, Josh. And perfect timing, too, as this is the playoffs. Dana Fisher with the great floater off the baseline drive. Brings the lead back up to 3 for Wayland.
And Cambridge is passing it around. Dunbar wide open, sinks that tie game. No shot clock, so Wayland will have an opportunity if they choose to take the last shot of the quarter, and I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah, Josh, absolutely. I mean, personally, I'd like to see Wayland's set offense as opposed to their transition defense, offense, sorry. But yeah, Wayland definitely an opportunity here to get the lead before halftime.
And they've got to get a shot off soon. Noah Lee, step back, puts it up for 3, no good. Actually very close, but that was some great defense. We will be right back. This has been one heck of a game. 42-42 tie game. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back. This is going to be an unbelievable ending. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland Boys Varsity Basketball. Josh Schreiber alongside Sam White getting ready for a tight fourth quarter as Cambridge almost able to steal it away, but Fisher sticks with it. Emmanuel in the corner, no good. Bonnie comes down with it. Sam, what have you seen in this game?
Well, I've seen one of the greatest one-quarter-long comebacks that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Wayland just outscoring,
Play by Lee.
outscoring Cambridge by a lot, able to tie up this game and take a very short lead there for a period of time. Obviously, scoring 32 points in a quarter is absolutely insane for this Wayland offense compared to how the rest of the season has gone. But Wayland is just keeping up with the defensive intensity and is really flipped the switch in terms of momentum for this game.
As that ball was knocked out of bounds by Cambridge Ridge and Latin despite their arguments with the official. It did look like Luke Tiselli may have touched it last, but it doesn't matter. Fisher. Emmanuel for 3. He got bumped. I do not understand how there was no foul there. Dunked by Bonnie.
Yeah, very stupid call there by the ref, as Dalek Emanuel clearly got hit after the release of that shot. He should have been at the free throw line for 3 shots, but instead there's a dunk on the other end. 5-point swing there.
Yeah, I mean, the ref was looking directly at the play. I don't have any idea how he could have missed that. But it was almost like a tackle in a way.
Yeah, no, Josh, it was a really dirty play on Cambridge end, and we should have gotten free throws out of it. Instead, we're down by 2.
Will be Lee over to Fisher. Fisher, deep 3, no good. Now it's Rush over to Dunbar. Excuse me, right over to Dunbar. 3 from Olivier Lewis, no good. Wright comes away with it. And a reach-in foul called. Or excuse me, a timeout called. Well, not the perfect start to this quarter, Sam, but a relatively quiet one.
Well, yeah, Josh, I mean, the defensive intensity certainly hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, we're still seeing 110% effort by the Wayland roster, both offensively and defensively. So nothing really to worry about. It is only a 2-point lead right now, but we should be able to keep control of this game if we keep playing anything like we did in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, it's basically just going to be a battle of who can play like both teams at points in this game have looked completely unstoppable. It was Wayland in part of the second quarter and the third quarter, and it was Cambridge in the first quarter. So we'll see which team can come out on top here, but what a game it has been. And it has been nothing short of impressive in this first round matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is some of the best basketball I think I've ever watched since the second quarter. I mean, my eyes are glued to the screen, Josh. This is just a beautiful display of defensive and offensive basketball on Wayland's behalf.
Couldn't agree with you more. As 5 in the game, McDonald, Fisher, Taselli, Lee, and Emanuel. Dalek Emanuel really, I don't want to say came out of nowhere, but didn't have an incredible start to the season. This second half of the season, he's really been quite possibly their best player, as Noah Lee has gotten a lot of defensive attention. That defensive attention is going to have to switch to Emanuel soon enough because he is borderline unstoppable.
Yeah, and even with the forced defensive pressure on Noah Lee, he's been able to hit some tough shots, both from the mid-range area and from way downtown, Josh. So Noah Lee proving that you can't really stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And hopefully that just becomes a trend moving later on in the game, because Noah Lee's offense is crucial for this team, as always.
Absolutely, and Wright shooting at the line makes the first. He doesn't miss a lot of free throws. And the announcer jinx works perfectly there. Perfect execution. But I believe it will still be Cambridge ball as they got the rebound.
Yeah, absolutely great call by the announcer there to just jinx the free throw shooter. What would this team do without us, Josh?
Not quite sure. Now Bonnie inside. Post hook gets it to go. Now it's Lee.
Definitely want a basket here to try to match the momentum that Cambridge has come out with since the second half.
Now it's Lee. Tight defense from Dunbar. Lee for 3, no good. Cooper Wright, another impressive rebound. Williams over to Dunbar in the corner, wide open, misses.
Wow, what a horrible shot. I don't know how you can be a varsity level basketball player and just airball so badly wide open, as Emanuel makes good on an acrobatic finish yet again, gets the lead down to 3.
Dunbar over. They're passing it around, trying to beat that zone. Olivier Lewis, no good. Olivier Lewis a little bit cold. in this game right now. To Selly, to Fisher, back to Lee. Cambridge just a man-to-man defense right now, it seems. Lee for three off the screen, no good. Olivier Lewis with the rebound. Now Cambridge has numbers.
Oh, wow. What another great block by Dalek Emmanuel. It was 3v1 at one point, but yet the Wayland defense finds a way to recover and prevent them from scoring again.
And that is a game-changing type play. That's a winning play that Dalek Emmanuel consistently makes as that one's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Josh, this is why I say this Wayland team deserves to win this game. I mean, that effort is just unmatched right there from the Wayland defense. Like, Dalek Emmanuel came out of nowhere. That was amazing.
Absolutely, Sam. As Tiselli will pass it in, and Grasso checks into the game for Fisher. And a timeout called by Wayland. Not really sure what that was about, but
yeah, just a little offensive communication it looked like there, Josh.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with the timeout call, as they didn't really look like they knew what they were doing out there. Hopefully they can just find a way to take advantage of this possession and get another basket to either shorten or eliminate the lead.
So, if you're Coach Doherty right here, what are you saying in this huddle?
Well, if I'm Coach Doherty right now, I'm nose deep in the clipboard, drawing out something to maybe find an open three on the wing, either for, Dalek or Luke DeSelli come off, who've proven they can shoot really well. I'm setting down screens and maybe find a way to get those guys open and just find a way to get a quick pass and shoot, because this Cambridge team, they really just they do collapse a little bit in the paint, which is something I'd never really understood, considering the fact that Wayland is so undersized. And I think we've used that to our advantage, as we've been able to find a lot of open shots both in the corner and on the wing. So hopefully we can just look to exploit that again here on this possession.
Yeah, definitely good point, considering Wayland does not find most of their success inside. Most of it comes around the perimeter or on drives from guys like Lee and Emmanuel. But just over 4 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. If you're just joining in, you chose a good time. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes left to go. I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me, Sam White. First round of the playoffs between Wayland and Cambridge. Cambridge up by 3. This is Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland boys varsity basketball. So we are in a tight battle here down the stretch. Wayland with the ball and a chance to cut this to either a 1-point game, maybe tie it up. Now it's Tiselli. Tiselli doesn't seem to know what the play is right now. Emmanuel, deep three as the shot clock winds down. A little bit of confusion.
Yeah, definitely
coming out
not
of the timeout.
Definitely not the shot you wanted to get there, Josh. You could see that they were trying to do sort of like a down screen or something, which the rotation has guys coming up across the wing, but it just did not work out there. But luckily, our defense gets us yet another possession without a bucket on the other end.
Yeah, and Olivier Lewis trying to shoot his way out of the slump as that ball was intercepted by Bonnie. Still a 3-point Cambridge lead with the clock ticking down to the final minutes.
Yeah, and the Wayland bench really getting into it here, Josh, trying to just encourage their defense to keep up the pressure and effort.
And Cambridge just trying to pass it around, break the zone, and Bonnie gets fouled. Bonnie really causing a lot of trouble for Wayland on the offensive boards.
Yeah, no, and that's what you're going to get with a guy of his size. I mean, he's just going to be unstoppable for any of the Wayland players, really, even for guys like John Kelly. So, you're just going to have to deal with it as time goes on throughout the game.
Charles Bonnie shooting at the line now. And makes his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, definitely not common to see from him. Hopefully he can go back to his normal self come the second free throw attempt.
Yeah, I mean, he has killed them on the offensive boards, not so much yet on the free throw line. And he does a nice job sinking them both.
And miraculously finding a way to hit 2 free throws here. as Dalek will now bring it up the court.
Emmanuel now. Caselli. Thought about shooting it. Got it to Grasso instead. Grasso. Lee out of bounds. Lee and Doherty both barking at the ref, saying that he was pushed out of bounds.
Rightfully so, Josh. I mean, that was just a terrible call. Lee clearly was overpowered and pushed out of bounds, but the ref completely ignores this, and it's going to be Cambridge possession.
2:30 left to go in this game. Wayland needs to stop right here. Inside, Remy Williams gets it to go. 7-point lead for Cambridge. Wayland needs to start scoring and quickly. McDonald into the corner. Taselli for three, no good.
Oof.
Rebound by McDonald and Taselli. They collided. Hopefully they're okay. Taselli is really angry. Not really sure what the...
They called it travel there just
Okay.
because Luke Taselli got knocked off his feet with possession of the ball.
Got it.
Right call, but just an unfortunate situation for Wayland.
And McDonald will get treated on the sideline. Looks like he banged something on his face, maybe his nose.
Yeah, he looks pretty banged up after that play.
Yeah. So now, John Kelly into the game, as is Spooner. And traveling violation called. Cooper Wright moved his feet a little bit after he caught the ball.
Every second from this point on counts. Big lead for Wayland moving forward.
Now it's Emmanuel. Emmanuel, foul called on Dunbar.
It's the exact same thing that just happened to Noah Lee. Strange how they call it this time, but regardless, it is the right call.
And Lee got it to Taselli.
Luke Taselli almost loses his feet there, almost a travel.
And knocked out of bounds by Cambridge. Wayland ball. So Wayland going with what they consider a big lineup for them. Taselli and Kelly both into the game. And Lee really struggling to get off the screen. Missed shot. Wayland needs a stop here badly, as we are coming down to the last minute here in the playoff game.
Yeah, Josh, it's definitely looking bleak here for Wayland. Only a minute left, down by 7. I mean, we know they're capable of quick offense, but it's just not looking like how they're playing right now. Hopefully that can change.
So Spooner called with a foul there. They have no, actually they do have a foul to give, I believe. Emmanuel inside, gets fouled. So he'll shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, Emmanuel wasting no time there, getting to the basket in about 4 seconds. Easy way to draw the foul, putting his body on the line. I mean, this has been the common theme with Dalek all night. So glad to see that Wayland's starting to come back alive, even if it is very late.
And Emmanuel hits the free throw.
Down to a 2-possession game now.
And Dana Fisher is about to sub into the game here.
This is a big free throw here for Dalek. And Coach Doherty putting in Dana just so they can have some quick offense, because that's exactly what they need right now, 3-point shooting.
And he sinks the second as well. Dalek Emmanuel adding to his incredible game. Now it's Cooper Wright. Emmanuel
gets
strips him. Emmanuel. He gets stripped, but now it's Lee. 3. Gets it.
Wow! Wow!
What a shot by Noah Lee!
If you don't like that,
2-point game!
oh my goodness, that was a great shot by Noah Lee off 1 foot. Wow.
What a job by Wayland. Quick 5 points. They needed that badly. Noah Lee fouls Olivier Lewis.
And it looks like they're going to be taking it side out here.
They will, yeah. They did have one foul to give. Now they do not before a 1-and-1. So, honestly, a 1-and-1 would not be terrible here.
Yeah, especially with like a player like
Bonnie shooting, but
yeah.
Timeout called right here by Cambridge Ringe and Latin. What Dolic Emmanuel just almost single-handedly, other than Noah Lee hitting an incredible three. Noah Lee with those timely threes consistently throughout his career, but what a job by Wayland, the two captains.
Yeah, no, the combo of Dolic and Noah just really saving the day here. I mean, first Dolic with the incredible strip on Cooper to get the ball and quickly get it to Noah Lee for the insane layup, 3-pointer, from the wing. Just what a turn of events. A very quick 5 points scored by Wayland. It is a 2-point game. This is just really in reach for Wayland.
And keep in mind, whichever team loses, they're done. This is the last game of the year for whichever team loses. So the two seniors, obviously there are 8 seniors on this team, but 2 seniors right there getting it done. They don't want their career to be over just yet.
I mean, you can really tell, like, Noah Lee's definitely taking that shot thinking, this could be my last game of my high school career. Not if I have anything to say about it, and just drains the open but off-balance three.
And historically, Noah Lee has hit some huge threes in big games. Obviously, last year, I believe it was last year, against Weston.
Yep.
I think it was 2 years ago. Hit a 3 in the corner, tie the game, send it into overtime. Then hit a 3 in overtime to win it. So.
Yeah, that was just insane, Josh. We know Noah Lee has that clutch gene, and it looks like he's activated it here late. Perfect timing.
And keep in mind, hopefully they get Moody back if they're able to win a game or 2 more. So, clock ticking down here. Emmanuel, tight defense on right. And another timeout is called by Cambridge. Coach Doherty was going insane right there. Probably just getting into the game. That's why they love him so much. He is a outstanding coach.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. Wayland, the shot clock is turned off, so Wayland has to just get out and foul them immediately. You can't let them hold on to the ball. You need to just throw your body at them and just foul them as quick as possible. Every second counts at this point. You need to get a player. You just need to get a player, even if they're a good shooter like Cooper, you just need to get somebody on the line to stop the clock and change the possession.
What an exciting game this has been.
Oh, absolutely.
Unfortunately, there can't be any fans in the stands for some reason, which I don't personally agree with, but I'm sure a lot of parents at home may be in agreement because there is plenty of room on the bleachers for at least parents to be in. But
yeah, Josh, you make a great point there. We're playing in a giant dome, for God's sakes. We have plenty of space to even have socially distant fans. There's really no reason why we don't have fans in the stands.
Yeah, at least for just parents.
Exactly.
But with that being said, hopefully that this broadcast can help a little bit, make it feel like you're part of it. But this has been an outstanding game as a foul already called on Luke Tiselli. Wow, what a smart play by Wayland. It's now going to be Charles Bonney at the line shooting a 1-and-1. The worst free throw shooter on Cambridge, at least in the game right now. Yeah. I don't want to jinx anything right now, so that's all I'm going to say, but Charles Bonney shooting a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I like the hack-a-shack method here by Wayland.
And it works
not
to
get
perfection.
It to go. Grab that rebound. Luke Tiselli's got it.
And a foul called. That's going to be a 1-and-1 for Tiselli now. He's going to shoot at the line with a chance to tie the game if he can hit them both.
This is perfect.
What an incredible game this is. What a great strategy. So I
guess
that's
smart.
why
Yep.
Coach Doherty was talking with the official.
That's just smart coaching right there by Coach Doherty to foul. First of all, foul Bonnie right there down low. And Luke DeCelli with the great effort to rip down the rebound, and despite getting fouled, still holding on to it. Now he's got a good opportunity to tie the game here.
And Teselli, no
Can't
good.
get the free throw,
But gets
tracks
the
down his rebound, and is fouled. Will they call it?
And
No,
they say
but
it was
it's
out of bounds on Cambridge. I'm not really sure. I could have seen a foul. I don't know if that was last touched by Cambridge. But with that being said, Wayland will have the ball. 12 and a half seconds left. They call another timeout. So 3 timeouts called in the past 20 seconds.
Yeah,
It is that type of game.
Yeah, biggest possession of the game coming up right now. Wayland has the ball. 12 seconds on the clock. Shot clock obviously turned off. If I'm Wayland right now, I'm not going for a 3. I'm going to tie the game. Just be cautious and conservative about it and just try to get into overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I'm not worried about not taking up enough time. If I'm Wayland, you've just got to score at the first chance you get because you're down. And maybe if it were tied, I'd say wait, but
Right,
what are your thoughts
exactly.
on that?
Well, I would just have faith in whatever Coach Doherty's going to draw up. I mean, we know Coach Doherty is known as I would say, a defensive-minded coach, but he is definitely not lackluster on his offensive side. We know he can draw up something to get them a basket as he's done in the past. So hopefully Wayland can just find a way to just get an easy bucket and bring this game into overtime.
Yeah, my heart's racing. I can only imagine what's going through the minds of these players. This is the game of the year. Really the game of the past several years.
Yeah, just focus, put that anxiousness aside, and just really bar down and focus.
So now coming out of the timeout, again, just to repeat it, Wayland has the ball, down by 2 right now, 12.6 on the clock. Neither team has any fouls to give. It will be a 1-and-1 for any team that gets fouled, unless it is obviously shooting. So very interesting to see what they draw up. I imagine you want to get the ball into the hands of Lee or Emmanuel, even Dana Fisher. And that ball passed right to Charles Bonney by Luke DeCelli. He panicked with the winding down in time. You don't want to get a 5-second violation. Charles Bonney will shoot a 1-and-1 at the line, though.
Yeah, and that was just intense defensive pressure by Cambridge. I mean, nobody was open. Luke DeCelli had nothing to do with it.
He tried to throw it off his
right,
legs.
exactly. That was, I think, the only thing you really could do there by DeCelli, so I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, just a great play by Bonney to catch it. Ball really caught him as that ball is missed. But a foul is called on a rebound. So Bonney will shoot again. It will still be a 1-and-1, but I think this is the last 1-and-1. That was the last foul they had to give before it's just a double bonus. This is a big, big free throw. Bonney gets it to go.
That's all right. He can still miss this one. It will still be a one-possession game.
So hopefully, let's see what happens here.
Brian Grasso's checked in.
Getting the shooters
As
in
we
the
now
game.
know that this needs to be a three-pointer coming up, potentially for Wayland.
Bonney with the second. No
Can't get it
good.
to go.
Rebound by Teselli. 8 seconds on the clock. Teselli over to Grasso. Fisher. They need a 3. He puts up a 2. Wayland can't believe it. That will do it. They lose. A mental lapse for Wayland. They were down by 3. They got a 2. Cambridge Ringe and Latin comes away with the victory. Disbelief right now, Sam.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. It just maybe seemed like a miscommunication as everyone on the Wayland bench just put their hands over their head in confusion, it looks like, as Dana, though successfully able to convert the layup, just did not shoot the 3.
And before we go, I just want to say what a career it was for the Wayland seniors. What a job they did. Senior captains Noah Lee, Porter Moody, Dalek Emmanuel, and Brian Grasso, Sashwat Das, Luke DeCelli, Mac Larson, and John Kelly. What a career they had. Really tough way to end it, but they played a great game against a great team, Sam.
Yeah, I know. This is probably one of the more entertaining games I've ever watched, Josh. I mean, it's a shame that Cambridge did pull out with the narrow 1-point victory, but just very, very disappointing and very, very sad to see.
So that will do it here for the season for the boys. Thank you for joining us all year. It has been definitely a year to remember, the good and the bad. Hopefully next year, for the underclassmen, it will be much better in terms of the pandemic. But once again, thank you for joining us. I've been Josh Schreiber. Alongside me, Sam White. We'll see you later.